Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I hope you are enjoying the videos. For more insight on HR practices and real corporate world exposure, please subscribe to our channel, like the video and do share it with others. Also, please press the bell icon to never miss an update from HR Success Talk. Thanks a lot. Enjoy this video.
Hi there, my name is Monica Lohni. I have been a part of IT industry and have been leading talent management and HR function for over 2 decades now. In this presentation, I'm going to talk to you about the importance of strategy in running an effective talent acquisition function. So the first question that comes to our mind is, what is talent acquisition strategy? Talent acquisition strategy is actually a long-term HR strategy aimed at fulfilling organizational needs by finding top talent and convincing them to bring their unique skills to your organization. To succeed long term, it's critical you attract and retain critical employees, and that you should do regardless of vacant roles. Taking a strategic approach to talent acquisition helps the HR team align its activities with the organization's long-range business goals and strategies. It allows HR to extend its focus beyond immediate staffing needs to the task of acquiring the workforce that the organization will need in future. Primary concerns of human resource manager in talent acquisition include assimilating workforce planning and employment strategies, addressing both short and long-term needs of the organization so that the staffing requirements can be anticipated in a timely manner, and thirdly, hiring of cultural fit. The HR director responsible for these must communicate regularly with all employees and with her boss. She needs to collaborate with development teams on the best hiring plans to take the company to the next level. Her HR competencies like communication, relationship management, and leadership and navigation need to be put to an excellent use. Talent acquisition is directly impacted by how an organization decides to grow, either within or outside national boundaries. In some cases, the form of expansion adds to the overall talent pool. In others, it doesn't. In all situations, however, the overall make of the organization's talent pool goes through a significant change with every new acquisition or location. Market, products, and competition analysis play a crucial role in defining the talent acquisition strategy. This decides the quality and quantity of skills that the organization requires. Mergers and acquisitions, greenfield operations, joint ventures, and strategic alliances are the various types of expansion strategies. Such growth strategies have unique implication on the talent acquisition strategies. Let's talk about mergers and acquisitions first. New talent resources become a part of the organization. Therefore, it is critical for HR to ensure that all potential costs are being identified beforehand. In this case, retention of key talent is a major issue. So I'd like to repeat here that in case of mergers and acquisitions, retention of key talent is a major issue. In case of joint ventures, depending on the type of joint venture, the partners decide and agree to contribute a certain number of employees and skills and resources, thereby directly influencing the talent acquisition strategy. In case of greenfield operations, an altogether new site is developed requiring all new staff. This can be a huge effort, especially when the local labor market is underdeveloped. It is important to understand the local laws and employment regulations. In case of strategic alliance, depending upon the strategic alliances, employees remain with their organization. All organizations today operate in a global context with global competitors, suppliers, and customers. If an organization's operations cross borders, it gives rise to challenges and risks in global talent acquisition that are not inherent in its familiar domestic environment. Let's take up a few global scenarios which have a direct impact on the staffing patterns. Contractual and legal policies that impact employment are especially difficult to monitor and implement simultaneously in various parts of the world. With reference to the diagram that you see on the slide, in case of a greenfield operation, expatriates are being used for initial staffing as the local labor market is not yet ready. With the passage of time, the local labor force becomes more skilled and the percentage of local nationals increases significantly. Over time, local nationals can even be sent to other locations to fill specific needs, just as employees from headquarters did before them. However, such a pattern may not be applicable in all locations. Some organizations, for example, have strategies to keep international assignments high, while others may place a cap on them that is proportional to local hires. Culture also has a tremendous impact on global talent acquisition strategies and practices. So does an organization's openness and inclusivity approach to talent. If, for example, a Singapore based organization's website is flooded with acronyms that relate to its business, it may not be attractive in other cultures, say Canada or Germany. There is also an impact of maturity in location on talent acquisition. Maturity pertains to experience, local development market, and skill sets for a particular international location. Each location has its own history, tradition, and patterns. So, what is an EVP? Employee Value Proposition. Employee Value Proposition is the unique set of benefits that the employees receive in return to the skills, benefits, and capabilities they bring to the table. An EVP is about defining the essence of your company, how it is unique, and what it stands for. In other words, EVP is an amalgamation of what candidates value in an employer and what the employer has to offer in return. It answers what's in it for me to the candidates and the current employees. An organization's EVP is the foundation of employment branding. Just as organizations select people whom they would want to work with, talented people pick the organizations they would want to work for. An EVP answers the two-part question. Why would a talented person want to start working for an organization? And why would they want to continue to work for the same organization? An EVP is an attracting force, just like that of a magnet, to the organization's employment brand. It is essential that the EVP is commensurate with the organization's strategic plan, vision, mission, values, and create an image that attracts people. Further, it must provide an accurate picture of the employment for employees and candidates. Any inconsistencies in the work environment can erode the credibility of the branding strategy. Now, the next question after we have understood what is employee value proposition is why does an EVP matter? People work for a variety of reasons. Of course, remuneration is an important factor, but it is certainly not the sole consideration when assessing why people work. Organizations are searching for ways to cope with numerous challenges in attracting talent. PricewaterhouseCoopers research supports that having a strong employee value proposition and employer brand that are consistent across all operations but can be adopted to different locations is significant. Key findings of PwC report indicate that millennials want to feel that their work has a meaning and is worthwhile. They want to work for an organization that makes them proud. Majority of millennials responding say that they would consider leaving an organization whose values no longer meet their expectations. From creating brand awareness for a passive candidate to making an active candidate apply, to completing the process of interview, offer, and hire, there's a battery of EVP communication channels which is being used. They include social media, employer reviews, follow-up with the candidate, decision experience of the offered candidate, pre-boarding, onboarding, so on and so forth. It is essential to communicate our EVP throughout the recruitment journey and even afterwards. Positive recruitment outcomes result from a strong employment brand, such as being known as an employer of choice with well-defined values. generating a greater number of qualified candidates, promoting diversity as a value proposition, seeing an increase in the number of employee referrals of qualified candidates, facilitating the creation of critical talent pipelines in the employment market. Other positive recruitment outcomes are increased candidate acceptance rates and more rapidly filled positions.